Welcome to the CXR channel, our premier podcast for talent acquisition and talent management. Listen in as the CXR community discusses a wide range of topics focused on attracting, engaging, and retaining the best talent. We're glad you're here.
Welcome, everybody, to another CXR podcast. I'm excited today. We have a little bit of a different edition. We do this every once in a while, where we share a recap. We just left our campus college recruiting, early career recruiting meeting. So we're pretty excited about that. Coming off the high of some incredible information around data and early career. But I want to introduce to you our guests on the show. I'm going to give them just a second to tell you who they are and what they do, and then we're going to talk about a big takeaway. I'm just going to start with you, Laura. You want to share who you are and what you do?
Sure. So I am Laura Weinsteeder. I work for Church & Dwight. I'm a talent advisor, and my focus areas are campus recruiting, diversity recruiting, military recruiting, and professional marketing recruiting.
So almost all of it.
Yeah, just a little piece.
Okay. All right. And Shannon, how about yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Shannon Wade. I lead the early career recruiting team at Train Technologies. So we recruit a large group of functional interns and rotational program participants every year, as well as a large cohort of technical sales participants every year out of university.
Good stuff. It's good to see you again. And Kristin, yourself?
Sure. I'm Kristin Bailey. I work at Amazon Web Services, and I lead our global early career talent program, which includes traditional campus full-time and intern hiring, as well as some of our alternative talent pipelines, which, similar to what Laura was mentioning, includes military. We have an apprentice program. We have some kind of internal upskilling programs where we're looking to expand access into our kind of pipeline entry-level roles around the company.
Good stuff. Thanks, Kristin. And since I've got you unmuted, why don't you share with us, did you have an aha moment or a big takeaway today, or did you have a piece of the meeting that was worth calling out?
I do. I was thinking about the best practice that Maria from Dell shared, and I think the thing that kind of hits home for me is just how much data is available to us in our field, and that we're trying to pull together so many disparate pieces of information to try to digest meaningful insights that are actionable for our business. And so that really made me think about, what information matters, what data and insight matter. And so it gave me some good food for thought for our program.
Well, I think to your point, I think she had mentioned they had multiple Excel spreadsheets, Avature, Workday, a number of other sources coming together to carry, correct me if I got this wrong, I think she said 31 data points that couldn't be tracked anywhere else, which is why they had to sort of create their own, what did somebody call it, their own recruiting brain for college.
Yeah, and recruiters are, they're resourceful. They'll track things on their own trackers and spreadsheets because they want to know what they're doing. And I think it's our job as leaders to figure out how we get that into a system so it's measurable and we can look at trends and actually make it actionable. But so it's always nice to hear other companies that are trying to solve the same things we are.
Yeah, scrappy. I like the word scrappy. So Laura, how about yourself? Any big takeaway or an insight that you pulled out of that meeting today?
Yeah, I mean, we use Workday also. We don't have an ATS, anything outside of Workday. So a lot of what we do is manual, tracking applicants and everything like that. We use Power BI. So we've got, some of the components there. But it's definitely great to hear we're headed on the right track. We had never tracked campus data previously. So really trying to pull all of that together. It's great to hear, what other companies have to say. I definitely want to connect with Maria more on that, just to kind of see how it came to fruition and see if there's anything I can pull in that she might have as pointers.
Yeah, definitely a good call. I think one of the things I mentioned on the call too is I think a lot of our member organizations are enterprise sized organizations, so large companies. And I think oftentimes they're not aware of the tools that they already have within Grasp right? Sitting within other teams or other functions in the organization, and Power BI being one of those, so many times available to them. So it might be interesting for you if you're able to connect and sort of group some of that together if you've got a resource already sitting in-house that you're just not aware of. Yeah, it's good stuff. Shannon, how about yourself at Train?
I think for me, I mean, similar insights and just liking to see how other people are on this journey. So we're kind of going through the process right now of getting information into a system, even just our applicant tracking system at this point, to be able to make smart decisions. I think what really stood out to me today, though, was like, hey, here's step one, right? Getting all the information really cleanly in something like your applicant tracking system. How would you then take that information and use it to make even better informed business decisions with all those things connecting together? So I think it helped me see kind of that longer term path around it as well.
I love that. I think it's kind of interesting. We ran out of time today, but we had some polls set up that we were going to get to ask how many people are actually using data differently in the world of early career and college recruiting differently today than they were just a year ago. Does that apply, Shannon, Laura, Kristin, does that apply to your organizations? Are you using it differently, or has it just been a fight to survive the last two seasons of campus recruiting?
We're using it very differently.
Good stuff.
I think one of the things that we're using quite differently is the external data available in terms of like what the diversity of talent pools look like, different places, things like that, and moving away from kind of an approach where we've always had kind of standard sources. We're actually asking our talent acquisition partners to lead kind of the search around data-driven sources for what matches the skills that we're looking for most closely and has the diversity representation that we're interested in.
Good stuff. I love it. Well, I want to thank you for hanging out with us a little bit after the meeting and giving us your insights. I love when someone says, hey, I'll answer any questions that we ran out of time for today in our meeting. All of a sudden the chat just fills up with email addresses and people saying, wait, include me, I want to connect. So it was a pretty successful meeting, lots of good nuggets and takeaways. And I think we've got some conversation points for the next time. But again, Kristin, Laura, Shannon, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you online at the CXR community.
Thanks for listening to the CXR channel. Please subscribe to CXR on your favorite podcast resource and leave us a review while you're at it. Learn more about CXR at our website, cxr.works, facebook.com and twitter.com/careercrossroads, and on Instagram at careerxroads. We'll catch you next time.